All right, this is it. So the final question to make sure you understand what we're doing, we're finding the points of intersection because it says solve the system algebraically. So like I said before, I want you guys to just start using this tool. You're going to plug each quadratic into y1 and y2, and they're both in y equals form. Hopefully you won't have to change them too much in Delta Math, but either way, you're going to have to know how to do it anyway. So you get your y's by itself, you plug them into your calculator, and then you find those points of intersection using our second calc button. So this one we know has two answers, so we're going to find them. So we go to second, trace to get intersect, which is 5. You're going to go up close to that point of intersection, press enter 3 times, and you get -1, 4. So I know my first answer is -1, 4. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at my second answer, second calc, and I'm going to find my point of intersection. It's just really important to use your tools. Press enter 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So it's -4, -2. So I know my two answers are -4, -2, and -1, 4. So that's where my goal is. So here we go. So your first thing is when y is by itself, you want to get y by itself so you can substitute them easily. You're going to put that y equation that you got when y is by itself into the other y in the equation. So I'm going to replace 2x plus 6 in for y in the first one, and we keep the right-hand side the same, -3x plus 2. Now, in this particular one, I'm actually going to move everything to the left-hand side because this x squared is negative and I want it positive because it's not easy to factor with negative. So, I mean, you just factor out a negative, but it's just annoying. So if you just move it over, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to add x squared to both sides. I'm going to put it over here, squish it in. I'm going to add 3 and move it under the 2, x, and I'm going to subtract the 2 and I'm going to move it under the 6. Cross that all off. Okay. So x squared has nothing to add with it, so it's x squared. 2x plus 3x is 5x. And then 6 minus 2 is +4, equals 0. Okay? Next step is to factor it. So I'm going to factor it over on this side because I'm already running out of room. So we're trying to find our two factors of 4 that add to 5. So obviously that's 1 and 4. I'm just skipping, guys. I know it. I'm sure you pretty much know this by now. So you have x squared plus 1x plus 4x plus 4 equals 0, and I'm going to group it. I'm going to divide out my x at the bottom here. Divide by x, divide by x, divide by 4, divide by 4. So I'm left with x times x plus 1. And then when I take out that 4, I'm left with x plus 1. Remember, you should have those matching factors. So now up here, I'm going to write the factors out, set equal to 0. Don't forget that equals 0. All right, so we have x plus 1 is our first factor, the one that matches. And then the one that's outside is our other factor, x plus 4, which is equal to 0. Tee it off, I get x plus 1 equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0. So right away, you could see we're getting our -4 and our -1 right now because our answer here is -1 and the answer here is -4. So now we have our x values. What we're going to do is we're going to plug in, and again, the linear one's a little easier to work with to get our y's. We're going to look for the y values, and we should be getting 4 for the first one and -2 for the second. So let's plug it in. So we have y equals 2x plus 6. I'm going to replace the x with -1 for the first one. We're using this one. Plus 6, and we're going to find our y. So we'll get calculator up. I have 2 times -1, close it, plus 6 gives me 4, which is what I wanted. So y equals 4, check, yay, which is that solution. And now we're going to do the second one, y equals 2x plus 6, and we're going to replace it with the -4. So we have 2 times -4 plus 6. So you should get -2. If we plug it in our calculator, you'll see that. 2 times -4 plus 6, and you get -2. So we're right. We're so good. So you have y equals -2 here, so therefore it's -2. Write your answers as coordinates. Well, we already have them because we cheated in the beginning. It's not cheating, just being resourceful. Okay, So those are your points of intersection. Those are the 2 points that make each equation equal to each other. And that's how we solve a system of linear quadratic functions algebraically. Okay, so now go try the delta math, the 2 problems that I put on there, and then you're going to get started on that quiz, okay? So good luck. Like I said, message me if you have any questions.